Yo, welcome back. You're here with me. Thank you for joining. You are at Startup Q&A. If you do not want to learn an answer to a question, or if you don't have a startup, that's okay. You can just hang out with me. But for now, one thing I do want to answer is, how do you know when it's time to take your idea and turn it into a business? And how do you do it? So this is actually a really easy answer. I'm going to try and keep this to about 2 minutes or less. So how do you know when you should take an idea and turn it into a business? When you're thinking about it nonstop, when that's all you can think about, all you're working on, weekends, nights, even during your full-time job, you're really thinking about this. It's probably time to turn this into a side hustle. So how do you do it? It's actually pretty simple. We have a program for it. It's called Leap. It's really interesting. We kind of help walk you through the phases of building a company, and that starts with company formation. So you want to make sure that you do that the right way. You want to make sure that you're not violating any laws, you're paying your taxes, you have an EIN number. If you're not going to be a sole proprietor, I'd recommend that you either are LLC or some form of, or C Corp or S Corp, or even limited partners, just some form of limited liability structure, so that if your business fails, you're not getting sued or put in jail or anything like that. So that's one thing that I'd recommend. But other than that, it's pretty simple. You just start a business, you put up a website, and then you ask people their opinion on whether or not your idea can survive, whether or not they would pay for your idea. What are the ways that they normally solve the problem that you're trying to solve? And if you find out that the way that they solve it is just like 1 or 2 clicks, and it's less than like 5 to 10 minutes, probably not the business you want to tackle. You want to tackle something where people are spending hours trying to solve, and then you want to make it 5 to 10 minutes. And that's how really those breakout brands start to arrive, especially if you're going into a B2B space, but also in a consumer space. So just think about it. The last time before everything happened with the pandemic, this video is going long. I'm sorry. But before this pandemic happened, there were less and less people doing pick up groceries. I know that I do it almost exclusively now. And so that is something that is a need to have right now at this moment. If you don't want to go into grocery stores, or especially until the whole country opens back up, that's a need to have. It's not a nice to have. It used to be a nice to have, but now I gotta have it. I'm not going into that grocery store. And so you want to have, sometimes you may get lucky and hit something on that note. Like Zoom went from 10 million users to like 300 million. So you might hit it lucky, but in reality, you want to be very, 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 very structured in how you go about building your company. And one of the ways to do that is to reach out to people who may be experiencing your problem and ask them how they're solving it currently, and then ask them how they would like to solve it, and see if you can provide that solution for them. And then ask them how much they would pay for it, because sometimes people solve problems that no one's going to pay for. And then they realize it after they build the product. And it's terrible. It's just a terrible sight to see a company fail like that. So make sure you do the work first and then start your company after. Hopefully this helps.